Today we're at Yorktown. First, we visited a colonist's working farm. They had to grow a lot of food to feed a family and build houses with their own hands. It wasn't easy work, but it was important. They had a house to preserve food like meat, eggs, vegetables, and pig's feet. They also made their own clothing by spinning cotton or wool into thread and yarn. It was a long process. That's probably why they didn't have many outfits to wear. They even had to make their own toys out of wood. But they were still fun. They had to make tools for the farm too. Yorktown was the final battle for America's freedom. Imagine the American heroes who camped here. They were devoted to the American cause for freedom, ready to give their lives. Even with everyday tasks, they had to be ready at a moment's notice.
Here in the jaws of the weapon, there is a sharpened piece of flint. When you pull the trigger, that flint comes forward and strikes this steel hammer, creating the sparks needed to discharge the weapon. Take ready. Take aim. Fire!
Check out this flintlock.
It depends on how far it goes, because they'll go, and like the first raise on this might be about 600 or so yards out. So you can hit them there, then it's going to bounce. Judge the distance and determine how many seconds you think it's going to take for that to get there. Then cut it to length, and that's going to expose the gunpowder inside. Then you can hammer that in there.
And that's how you know how long it's going to be? Cannonballs are really heavy. They could range from 4 to 60 pounds. Wow, that's a lot. Let's watch one fire off. First, the right gunner had to prime the cannon and load it with gunpowder. The left gunner would ignite the timed fuse and the cannon would fire. How cool is that?
So today we set out for Yorktown, but on our way we had to stop and get propane because we had almost run out. So we used propane in the camper for everything from cooking to keeping the fridge going to running the generator for air conditioning for the back of the unit so the boys aren't super hot when they're sitting back here. So it's kind of an important thing to have. We ended up stopping in Yorktown area for propane, and when they filled it, I was making peanut butter and jelly sandwiches for our lunch, and all of a sudden I heard a pop really loud. I was like, that doesn't sound good. And I suddenly saw all this gaseous steam just kind of coming out of the side right out of my window here while I was making lunch. And I was like, oh no, I think something just popped out and broke, which apparently that's kind of what happened. There was a some kind of adapter that would be used to fill the propane and stop it and from coming back out, and it broke. It's possible that the people filling it were filling it too quickly. We found out at Camping World. Could not find the part we needed because our camper is a little bit older. So we have had to figure out how to do creative rigging up of propane. All right, Gary, so what do we got here?
This is a professional rigging of a propane tank.
Honestly, our children were really troopers through this whole thing. I don't think we had one meltdown, one fit. They just kind of have learned how to go with the flow. And so that's something I love about these adventures too, is that they teach character principles. It's not just about the education maybe of school books that they get, right? The academics of dates and figures and facts and information, but it's about character development. And so that's something I love, something I am also growing in. I think we all are. We kind of joke that this is our patience mobile. But it's teaching us to just go with what God has planned, right? Psalm 37:23 says, the steps of the godly are established by the Lord, and he delights in the details of their lives. And so I'm trusting that he's delighting in the details, that there's a reason for everything. We ended up finding a campground. The Lord provided a campground that has a pool, that has mini golf, has some really fun things. So the kids are kind of enjoying that. We're all enjoying that this evening together. So tonight for dinner, we are doing something really easy because it's been a long day. I am just simply making easy tuna melts. So I don't have butter, but I'm just putting olive oil or avocado oil down with some garlic salt, then putting the bread on, along with some cheese and some tuna with avocado mayo, and it's just really easy and healthy, and then we can have some veggies to go with it.
What can I kill you?
Take these, please, and put them on the table.
Yes, ma'am.
I love tuna melts. Thanks for the great dinner, Mom. It was awesome. Like and subscribe.